Underground, welcome to it, man. Another epic jam session of the hottest house music podcast is just about to kick off. And as per usual, bringing you another superstar on this particular episode, hang out with superstar Afro-tech spinner, Citizen Deep Brativale.
Superstar.
Yeah, superstar. Hailing all the way from Soweto.
Hey.
And I'm hanging out with my homie in podcasts.
Yeah.
Jack, just another cool kid.
But since Umakelwani, you can call me Jack.
Hey, man.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and basically we're going to be discussing all things house music. If you're new checking us out, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel over here, Fat Cats Music. So before we get into the nitty-gritty of it, Mr. Citizen Deep,
Hi.
how about you take center stage, my brother, and let everybody know who Tivani is.
Guys, I'm Tsonga, ne? So
Right.
it's not Tivani, it's Tebani.
Tebani.
Okay.
Tebani
yes. So,
Ian
yes.
Junior Mkombo.
yeah.
Born in Soweto, raised in Soweto.
Born, raised in Soweto.
Yeah.
Soweto's a big place. We're in Soweto.
Okay, but it's not the address, ne? I'm from.
Yeah,
from
but
Soweto.
not the address. I'm from
He's
Soweto.
He's officially a citizen. Soweto.
Yes. Yes.
Bars. I'm from Protea North in Soweto.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, man. So we're gonna be discussing all things house music, man. Your journey in music, and everything that you've been getting up to, leading us to this particular moment. So it's great to have you. We know you're doing a lot of amazing stuff out there.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
yeah, man. So we're about to probe your brain, get to find out exactly how everything started. So yeah, let's
go.
get straight into it, man.
Let's get it. Let's
so
get
how
it.
about you take us to the beginning, man? Like, how does it begin? Where did Citizen Deep grow up? Actually, since we go into to Genesis, let's not say Citizen Deep. Where did Tivani grow up, man? Where did he go to primary school? How did he nurture himself? Were you a ladies' man? Were you playing sports? What was up, man? Take us to the beginning, Genesis.
So in the beginning,
Yeah,
primary school
yeah,
is where I think that's where it all started.
yeah.
So I went to John Mitchell Primary School.
That's in Joburg.
Yeah, it's in JP in
Okay.
Joburg. So Nekvaga transport.
Yeah.
So it was a school bus, a very huge bus.
Yeah.
With Banaba school,
Sure.
And there was this. I don't know if you remember. Only these suitcases, the Pentex.
Yeah, case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the case. I used to.
These colored ones.
I used to use that.
Yeah.
I swear to God, when I first saw my dad go to work with a suitcase, I wanted one of those bags.
Yeah, man. You know. But for me,
Seriously, man. That case was on point.
Okay.
yeah, but you had to be smart because they'd steal the handles. And,
Right. Right.
But I'd use that to Yakuskela, and that was my instrument. Because in the past, after school, I'd sit in
Yeah.
the back and just beat on the drum, on the bag.
okay,
and,
yeah,
and
the
the bus would go crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember there's a certain staircase go John Mitchell.
Yeah.
They had just fixed the window, and I don't know how I found out,
Yeah.
but if you banged on it a little bit, there was so much space
On the window.
on the window.
Okay.
Ivan, let's
So-
do.
Hey,
I'm
Hey.
telling you. Let's do.
So break time in between the period, never see. I used to play Nacha. Nacha.
Right.
I can play that.
Lokun komanite ba-
Yes.
Yeah.
that.
Oh my
I'd
God.
I'd play that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think that's where I loved, making music.
Yeah.
But then it worked because my uncle,
Yeah.
Ushaga sound higher.
Oh, okay.
My cousins.
Are you from a family of music, or it just happens that mama push up business?
My dad
and we
collects
have it?
music.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
we'd listen
yeah.
to all types of music growing up.
Yeah.
What
then-
was the soundtrack like? Because I feel like every house has got a soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
What was that soundtrack like? Because okay,
Actually,
now
Vandross,
yeah,
Tina
well,
Bell.
we've established
Brenda
that there was a sound hiring business.
Yes.
But in the house, what type of music was playing?
In the house, yo, guys, you must understand that it's so broad. If I could walk you through my dad's collection,
Right.
Yeah.
the CD, the LP, the cassette,
Yeah.
tape.
Nah,
what's
Rajaha,
that?
bruh.
What's
Take
that
your
brand?
time. Give us that
What's
damn
that
catalog.
brand? Technique.
TDK.
TDK.
Yeah.
TDK.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
once got in trouble
Techniques
for stealing.
was the radio.
Yeah, I
Was
was got in
there.
trouble for stealing my dad's MT1 and
What?
recording over it.
Yeah.
And we had this idea of Buddha label in primary school. Wow, Joe. Yo,
It's
I
amazing.
completely
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
But at home, we'd listen to everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen to everything.
From R&B to.
Yo,
Wait,
the whole design.
are you from those backgrounds where you know if you hear loud R&B music or if you hear Joyous Celebration at 9 in the morning at Sunday, it's spring cleaning time? Because I know that was the anthem. Like if that shit happens, I know.
Whether-
You.
like like music
Yeah.
is so in, like we are so into music.
Yeah.
It would be loud without any activity. Like
Yeah.
you know, you wake up one morning, your dad feels like listening to one thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And we all listen to that thing because
Yeah.
Shabaka sound their techniques. You know,
Yeah, first
The
day.
yeah.
but
First
it's like,
day.
First
First
day.
day.
you
Yeah.
see, yeah. So music,
So that's been the culture.
it's always
like-
been there. You know.
So going to high school, you already have that in the background. How do you develop, man? Were you a shy guy? You know, did you become an introvert? Did you focus on books? Like, how do you then become and develop? Because high school is usually the spot where we actually find our true identity, you know, and we solidify that in tertiary level. But obviously now, most basins say, what's happening in your life? What's going on?
I found myself in primary school.
Yeah.
And then it developed in high school.
No way.
You understand? So in
That
primary
early?
in primary school, Nekil Machaiva, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know how to move.
No way.
Don't worry.
No way. Bro, nyakela kila ka we.
Yeah, I know how to move. I know how to move. But yeah,
Yeah.
in primary school, I was into dancing, but I
Yeah.
couldn't DJ because now you have a curfew. All your cousins are doing it. You know,
Oh,
all your
okay,
cousins
yeah,
are doing
yeah,
it. They
yeah,
go
yeah.
out.
And you're too young to be out.
I'm too young.
Yeah,
You know, so I had to find a way to make that thing work. Okay.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, let me make music so that my brother and cousins can play that stuff.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and then high school comes in.
So
Kina
you
list
started,
Pilunyana nje.
fiddling with music on production versus
yeah.
starting on a DJ.
Yeah, I
Okay,
started with
great,
production.
great,
You know,
yeah.
And then high school comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, go Highlands North Boys High School in Gauteng.
Oh my God.
Highlands North Boys
You
High School.
blue zebras.
Yeah.
Highlands North were blue zebras. Tsago Josie.
Yeah.
Blue Zebras?
Blaze I have on nearly blue and white.
With
That's
the
why I
white
get it.
stripes, yeah.
Ah,
Blue
well,
zebras.
It's fine. I hope it didn't fly over as many people. As that. But yeah.
I usually don't name drop a lot, ne?
Right.
But I will.
Yeah, please go for it, man. Yeah.
High school influenced my sound
Yeah.
big time because Alex.
Okay.
And there was a place called Joe's Butcher.
Still there.
It's still there.
It's still there.
Yeah, yeah.
Popping place.
Yeah.
Black Coffee Shimza used to play
In that era.
every Sunday.
Yeah.
So
Right.
come Monday, the chance would go crazy. And
Yeah.
FOMO,
You
my
need to
man,
go down.
Yeah.
you can't from Soweto want to be go Alex
Yeah.
on a Sunday and then Monday we are scared.
Sure.
But I'd look forward to Mondays. These guys, piano, no.
Yeah.
Were my peers at some point. Go
Oh,
scale,
okay, yeah, yeah,
Jezik, Fake Love,
Yeah.
Right.
Pura.
What?
Same schools.
Yeah.
Everything. And the influence is one thing, you know.
What?
So now
Yeah.
it was all about tribal house at the time.
At the time, right.
You know, it's all about
Is this
tribal
when
house.
you were breaking into the scene?
Yes. Now,
Ah.
now I can go out now. Can I be 16? Whenever I have to go to gigs, the chance bakokotela maoledi, bakopo rei, re kopa ho tswa le yena.
Sure.
And
It was a scheme. Put it together.
and,
without.
and coming back to school on Monday, they tell me about Joe's Butcher. I tell them about my gig.
Yeah.
And that gig, I got a check. I'm not ganyan.
Secure the bag.
You understand? Break time.
Yeah.
Give my ye. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
We buy, but the influence came from the gents. And I went into tribal house now.
Oh.
So now we're making music.
Which year is this, dude? What?
2009.
Like, you know, I'm so happy that, you know, is you automatically filling out the story because
Right.
you're putting the puzzles together before I
Yeah.
even have to ask. Like, it's amazing. All right, cool.
I also just discovered something. This dude is very young.
I think he'll confirm at some
Y-
point.
You a young dude. I can hear this.
I am.
Like-
I'm very young.
I mean, 2000. If you were in high school in 2009,
Yeah.
this is what, grade 10, grade
This
9,
is grade 9.
grade 9. Yeah, young man,
No way.
young man.
All right, you're a short man.
I'm a short man. He's a young man,
Okay, cool.
and I hate that I have to look up to you. But nonetheless, I imagine there were, as you were saying, you got a lot of influences. You were looking up to a lot of different people at the time. The types of music that you were listening to at this point in time, like who were you trying to emulate? I heard you mention Afro House at the time.
Tribal. Kulo song is
Tribal,
a big,
there
it's
you
a
go.
big influence, you know.
Right.
Kulo song is a big influence because when Kulo stepped on stage,
was the footprint at
or when
the
he stepped in the blog,
Yeah.
he was known for being a young artist.
Right.
First time I heard a Kulodi song, Kulodi song, it was the Bright Forest.
The Bright Forest. Yeah.
It was the Bright
Massive.
Forest,
Oh.
and
Massive.
a taxi was driving past.
Yeah.
Right.
And then yapaga, cause there's a tavern there next
Okay.
door.
Okay.
So yapaga da, and the song's playing, the strings come in,
Yeah.
and then some dude says to me, "Hi, ntoni encane le." You know, ntoni encane nifikile.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know who that guy is. I
Right.
didn't know who the artist was, you know. And then the next week, I know, oh, Tulo the song. I
Right.
get the song, and the stories keep on coming up. That no, he's a young dude. I was like, I can do this as a young dude too, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the person that I used to like, the biggest influence.
So basically, yeah. So your earliest memories of making music
Yeah.
come from influences from Tulo the
Yeah,
song
Black
and the
Coffee.
tribal area.
Yeah.
All right, great. So or rather, what we've summed up is, you did school. You've had a lot of musical influences from your early days in school. Fast forward to you getting to high school, you are with these people who are equally as passionate.
Yeah.
And then by the time you get home, the spark of inspiration of someone who's prominent hits you by it being Kilo the song with such a massive tune
Yeah.
at the time. And that's where you make the decision like, I'm going to start fiddling with this stuff.
I made the decision a long time ago.
Yeah.
But it was just something. I like music. I'm gonna make music for fun.
Okay, great.
But then,
So now you want to take it to the next level.
yeah.
And
So now these small things that are happening, you're like, okay, this is my story. This is my journey. You know.
Right.
Let
No
me walk.
way,
Let me walk
man.
this journey. Let me learn.
Yeah,
You know. Let me. Oh, you could do this.
yeah.
And that's what happened because my brother, Mr. IT,
Oh,
came back with all these software from Pro Tools to.
so he'd hook you up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then
okay.
he came home with Fruity Loops one day. Yo.
Yeah.
Fruity Loops are shy. We didn't understand it. It was not virtual DJ. It was
Fruity
Fruity
Loops
Loops.
2.4.
We knew how to use virtual DJ.
Yeah.
Play, pause,
Yes.
simple thing.
Effects.
Now
whatever.
it's Fruity Loops. I'm sharp. I give up. But one day, I sat down the whole day,
I'm going to figure this out.
figured it out, and he
Yeah.
came to me. It's like, how did you get here? I was like, hey, ngivule la, ngavula la,
Yeah.
ngavula la. That's it.
And things are starting rolling out from there onwards.
Yeah.
What?
And growing up with low self-esteem, I never put out the music.
Okay. Wait a minute. Like, what? This is just too interesting. 0 to 100.
Yeah.
All right, great. So fine. You've already figured out the FL software. It took you about a day.
Yeah.
It took me years to side note.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it took me years to figure out formulas from that.
Why do you think I was so quiet?
Like,
Just-
what?
just- what?
All right, great, fine. You figured this out. You've already making music. You're so young. Oh, wait a minute. What? Okay, great. So now you figured out how to use the software. You're already making music. You are on the process of taking this to the next level, right? So then now who do you speak to? How do you maneuver yourself in this relentless entertainment industry? You're in Soweto. It's not necessarily safe. How do you move around? How do you meet these people? And obviously now start introducing the music to the actual crowds, because you said you gave your brothers music, but you figured it would be better if you're the one who's doing the job so that you can get the check. Don't you have that issue of curfew at home, or did you start making money and it never became a thing again? Like, how does it happen? It's not the safest place in the world, and you're young, you're in high school. What? How does it happen?
Okay, so now we are going downtown.
Let's go downtown.
There's this guy in my hood who had a song out.
Yeah.
Understand when you are a producer or aspiring producer at the time, and there's this guy who's rapping, he's got a voice on a song. So that means this guy's got an access to a studio. Like for me, that guy is a big deal. I'm like, hey, my man, here's some music,
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know anything about house. And then I met Utailo. Then we formed a duo, Invaders of Africa.
Oh,
Utailo.
okay. You are part of that?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, my G.
No way.
For real, for real.
Okay, wait, I'm dead. I'm on the floor.
So when that happened, I was introduced to a certain structure. So I spent my days there at his place, at Talo's place, making music.
Yeah.
If there are no gigs, go back home. These guys were like 5 years, 6 years older. I think are like 5 years, 6 years older. So, Kodlaling, they knew that
you're
I'm
not
hanging
home,
around
you're
these
Oh,
older
okay.
guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so that was at least I was able to move around because I had these guys.
Oh, so
to
it
move
gave the
around with.
parents sense of security because now you're able to get to certain spaces.
They were not sure.
okay,
They were not sure. I mean,
Yeah.
our hobbies is a music.
You know what I mean?
Ah, you know,
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense to these people, you know.
Yeah.
But it's time for gigs.
Yeah.
Mama, tiwan pesicela ukuhamba naye nje. Siye gigini sobuya by 10 latest so besibuyile. 10
Right.
you are
It was,
playing.
it was never
2:30.
The gigs are doing reava. We go to the Val for the
Yeah.
for gigs like
Yeah. Has Invaders of Africa already established themselves, or are you still working on introducing yourself to the market?
Invaders of Africa was the name of a song.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
And I joined the group and I saw the name Invaders. I thought it was the group's name, but when I went with it, everyone went with it. So we started this thing
Right.
from scratch.
yeah,
Right.
And then we started pushing and we pushed and we pushed.
Yeah.
Now Invaders of Africa is a thing.
Right.
You know, there were platforms like Aphrodisia where we'd put out our music.
Mm.
And that was a simple platform to put music on. And it
Especially
worked.
in the tribal days, it was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are chatting.
Right.
Dude.
Best song of the week, number one. Then following song, you Skido. You're like, okay.
You're running with big dogs.
I'm on the money, you know?
Yeah,
Right.
So, that was the
So
structure.
that was the
then.
foundation. It
Yeah.
was laid back then.
Yeah.
You know, you mentioned something interesting a little earlier on. You said because of low self-esteem. I want to get into that for a second.
Yeah.
What type of, personal challenges made you feel like you didn't make the cut? Like, I would imagine, Fede, you could get a bit of encouragement from the guys that you were hanging out with and that were around you that were kind of doing the same thing. But it's difficult to gauge where you are if you haven't put it out. So being able to get over that low self-esteem thing is no minor feat. Like, what was going on at that point in time?
Okay, so I'm dark-skinned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dark-skinned. You know how kids can be idiots. no?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm dark-skinned.
They
I'm,
teased you for
I'm
days.
tall.
Yeah.
I'm tsonga.
Yeah.
Bane bangkwara. Mnyamani, Jovis, Sesh,
Right.
Shangani. You know those things.
All of that nonsense.
And then you get to school and it's
sorry,
a more
I'm stupid.
it's a more controlled structure, you understand, when you get to school. But then now okay, no good saying about the shortest to tallest. So like okay, I come last.
Happen.
all the time.
You know?
Yeah.
And it was a thing I grew up with, like, I can't be normal like all the other
And
kids.
blend in, yeah,
Why
yeah,
aren't I like all the other kids?
Right.
And it came to a point where when I was walking, I'd put my head down just so that I could seem shorter and not stand out.
Yeah.
Then my mother one day was like, "Nah, man,
Relax.
walk tall.
Yeah.
Walk tall." She said it. Didn't really do much because it wasn't a deep conversation. Like, walk
Yeah.
tall, man. Wow, snacks. You know?
Yeah.
Aye, man. Double Shangan. Wow, from snacks. Put my head up.
Since.
But music
Yeah.
made it work for me. You know,
It was a healing.
music for me was that thing that made me break that. Like, you make a good song and people compliment you.
Yeah.
And now you're getting used to, okay, sharp. I do fit in somewhere in this world, you know?
right.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Yeah.
something good that I'm doing.
The power of
You know,
music.
someone can legit look at me, smile, and associate themselves with me because I'm making music.
Yeah.
Angidlale number yellow, and then, hey, baba, utlwa yi? Calls the friend, and everyone, you know, that's when the confidence started building up.
Yeah.
And yeah,
It's amazing stuff, man. So then now, all of this has happened. You know, it sounds like growing up for you wasn't like such a smooth transition as everyone expects. You know, I think we can at least say you are blessed that you weren't bullied. You know, but having
was.
here and there.
I was.
What?
Yeah, I was.
Jolo Mote Lebiana, you look like you could just literally slap Jack out of the way.
Mentality. More.
Yeah, what?
About sharper, more. The moment someone
Yeah.
steps in your way, you just, you know,
No
you just
way.
shift to the side.
Okay, well then, after all of this, obviously now you're using music as your comforter, using music as your sole motivator. You know, how do you then now establish yourself into the, or rather into a more professional space? You're done with these local gigs and sharing stages and spaces with Invaders of Africa. You're growing, learning, discovering. How do you then decide that you know what? I'm a contender and I'm in a space where I can actually compete at this level. And then obviously that's when you need to start making decisions of making it more professional. How did that come about for you?
With me,
Yeah.
honestly speaking, I never realized that I was a big deal
Yeah,
until I was told that I was a big deal.
yeah.
It's that chip on the shoulder.
Yeah. So
Rank is important.
I'd work.
Yeah.
Every time I'd work, put out music,
Yeah.
put out music. Hear your music play, go the golfing, you know, you'd hear that and yeah, it's dope, fine. And then one day, someone comes to me like, hey, my man, there's a song I once dropped, but Gimme in 2014.
Oh my! Don't
Oh,
you?
don't start with that song.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gimme.
I did not see the power of that song
Yeah.
until it was maybe 3-4 years later.
No way.
Because I'm always in that box working.
Yeah.
Aye, ngidropile. Something new must come out. Something, you know. So
Working
now
ahead,
this guy says to me, hey, my man, gimme, you killed it.
You really did.
I'm like, really? It's like, yeah, the mastering. I'm like, mastering?
No.
What's that?
Yeah.
I just
Right.
made a song. It sounded good to me, you know?
Yeah.
Angbuka. Like, gimme. And
Crowd went
and I looked at the
nuts.
crowd.
Went nuts.
The drum roll.
Yeah.
Everyone, can I swear?
Go for
Yeah,
it.
go. Yeah.
Everyone lost their shit.
Come in here with your baby swear words. It's fine. Yeah. It was
And I'm
not-
like, that's me, bro.
Yeah.
You know, that's me. I'm a big deal.
Yeah,
I got a lot of money.
Sure.
Do you know who I am? Do you know my father?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, you're my faith.
Confidence.
So that's when I
Yeah.
realized that okay, sharp. I'm in the public eye.
Yeah.
When I walk down the street, oh, citizen. It's very hard to
Yeah.
you can
right.
you,
Yeah.
even when you say it in the law,
You know.
you can.
Where the hell does the name come from anyway? How do you become Citizen D?
I don't know.
You are Tivani, bro. You're the shy guy.
I don't
You're
know.
an introvert, like
I'm
you're
not gonna-
bullied,
I'm
bro.
not gonna answer the question.
How do you become a citizen?
I had very funny stage names growing
Yeah.
up, but they all led to Citizen Deep,
Yeah.
which has a nice ring to it.
It really does.
Right.
Yes,
You know,
a name and a surname. That's me, you know. Citizen Deep.
Citizen Deep is lit, bro.
It's crazy.
Before it was Citizen Deep,
Yeah.
it was like that.
It was
Deep
deep
It was
citizen.
Deep Citizen.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
before it was Deep Citizen, it was Deep C, like with the C.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the C was for chromatic. And it's,
Oh.
chromatic meaning, you know, semi-notes going
So,
in a
ev-
string.
Right,
so
right.
obviously
So-
people made their own assumptions.
Yeah.
And with the C.
Yeah.
That's
So
how
now,
it-
so now
okay.
I can go back. I can go.
Keep going.
But no, they get embarrassing.
That's
times.
that. No,
I-
that's why we're here.
you know. So
that is
yeah,
exactly
it
why
was
we're
that
here.
deep sea, you know.
Yeah.
And then one day in accounting class, I'm sitting with a friend of mine. Accounting.
Yeah.
Plus teacher on accounting, I didn't care a damn. So we just chilled there. We were jotting down, and then the names were like this.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I know Citizen Deep. It's good. Like, okay, sharp. Went out. What? Who are you, Citizen Deep? Like, that's a nice name. Like, okay, that's who I
keep
am.
And you ran with it.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me, man, like, obviously, look, man, it seems like your story is so fun, man. And also discovering, because I'm discovering certain things about you as we're actually speaking, like, umpetiza trauma, you know? But I guess what becomes very interesting to me is in the midst of you, you know, and your journey in music itself, you know, of discovering yourself, finding your sound, of gaining the confidence, you know, how do you then now establish yourself as Citizen Deep, you know? Did you start ghost producing for people? Were you acknowledged by someone prominent? Did you get signed to a label? What then made you feel that you have, or rather you are in the process of solidifying your name in the house music scene, and you know you want to make sure that people see Citizen Deep and you no longer Ntwanaga see, but you're an actual brand and a competitive brand, I might add. You know, how do you then now establish that? You know, did you find someone? Did you get signed to a label? How was the transitioning process?
I like these questions because you're making me realize my story is kind of like a dope one. Need to write a book.
It's amazing.
there you
need
go.
to go for it, bro.
So it's 2021 now, ne?
Yeah.
I dropped my first ever project in 2009.
Yeah. First ever.
Ever.
Before Gimme Gimme.
Even the cover art was
Yeah.
ugly. Yeah. But yeah, it's a journey.
We all have to start somewhere.
From
know-
then till now, I have never signed under anyone.
Yeah.
I have never signed under any label.
So it's always been street
I have
hustle.
always been me,
Yeah.
independent.
You know, have you had someone who like saw you that you were coming up and like, you know, this guy has already done the groundwork, you know, let me give him a boosting hand, you know, because the stories are not the same. Some people are lucky, you know, they get discovered, they sign to a major label and it's boom after that. Some people are just picked up by a dope person who's prominent in the game who is able to escalate their careers and their brands to the next level, you know. how was it like for you? Did you find someone like that, or did you literally have to do everything step by step from PR, your image, your shoots, and everything all by yourself?
Yeah.
Because I don't believe you can be as dope as you are without anyone feeling like I need to spend money on this boy.
Let me be real with you guys.
Be real, dude.
Different producers are empowered differently
Yeah.
because
True.
they meet different people who help them out in different ways.
Yes.
PR wise, putting out music, that has always been me.
Yeah.
I had no one who was like, okay, let me plug you on to this platform, or let me put you on like this. Let me pay for these kind of things for you.
Yeah.
It was always me.
Yeah.
And when the time came for me to meet Boma Grootman Baka in the game, Grootman meaning people who are powerful, you know, people who have influence in the game.
Yeah.
When I met those people, they helped me think a certain way. They helped me meet
The relevant
certain people, and gave me certain formulas or ways to do things in the industry. However, no one has ever said, "Nyayithatha le ntwana, I'm gonna nurture his talent." Oh, this kid's got potential. No, it has never been like that.
It's always been.
It has always been me.
Yeah.
And I imagine there's a level of freedom to that, right? Because if you're signed to a label, you get suggestions like maybe make this one a little bit like that, make this one a little less poppy. You know what I mean? So you basically had free reign to do whatever it is you wanted to do, which brings me to my next question. The names of your EPs. You just mentioned the first one that you dropped in 2009. One of your EPs, the name is Al Kibulan, if I'm not lying.
Yeah.
Why Al Kibulan? And the reason I ask that is because I know what that word means. So I imagine I guess you've been investigating Africa and what it actually used to be. Or was it just something you stumbled across and you thought, hey, you know what? Al Kibulan works for this project.
Just like it is.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Well, the original title of the song is called Truth.
Right.
I did it as Truth. The name is Truth. It was supposed to be on my EP or first album, I think.
Yeah.
But then time and everything, that didn't work out. And then I was approached by Aluko.
Yeah.
And Aluko's like, okay, let's...
And look, it's all the way in the UK.
Yeah.
Which brings another conversation altogether. But we'll touch on that. Yeah.
So he's like, okay, let's drop a project. And he happened to have heard Truth.
Right.
But now it wasn't up to me. That was the only time a project of mine was switched up title-wise and packaging-wise.
Yeah.
I did not package that. I did not, nothing.
Yeah.
I just made the music. And it was the first time someone else was taking care of
The packaging and the PR.
a project of mine.
Right.
So he's like, okay, I have a dope concept for this project. It's drums, it's ancestral.
Yeah.
So he sends me, it's like Alkebulan, and it's a big ass paragraph. WhatsApp. WhatsApp paragraph. But I read it and I'm like, okay, this is dope.
It fits, yeah.
This can be packaged, quite nice.
Right.
If you look at my projects, Africa, me.
I got it, yeah.
I don't think like that. But the sound
Yeah.
is there.
Right.
So I'm grateful for that. I did not title it Alkebulan, but
But it resonated with the
it
project.
worked.
connected.
It worked at the time.
That's dope.
Okay, great, man. So now let's just fast forward everything, man. Like the way your story just gels together, like we didn't even have to say much. You just put everything in perspective so well, man. I just have two burning questions, I'll start with the first one. Within the amount of years that you've been in the game, the amount of people that you've met, the different spaces that you've been in, and obviously you growing your reputation to the level that it's at now, who are some of the people that you've worked with that said, you know what, I fucks with your sound, man. I want you to do a project for me, Are you ghost producing for anyone? Should you be on the lookout, or if it's this person or who are some of the people that you are literally doing music practically with, but you're just doing it behind the scenes? And do you aspire to make that into a more executive role, meaning owning your own label, nurturing your own artists, or do you just like it being transactional, prominent artists that make you this, and you give me my cut, then it's that. Like, how's that like for Citizen Deep?
To answer your question, they make me sign an NDA.
Non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah, so
Alright,
I can't
great.
tell you who I make music for.
But you can certify that you are ghost producing for a
yes,
number
I've
of people.
made you. Yeah, I think I'm versatile.
Ne? Okay, for
So
the
make
for the
music
ones
for-
that you haven't signed NDAs with, maybe you can just disclose that, maybe, or preferably you'll remain a ghost.
That's the point of ghost. Come on. Come on. You see, like,
Can you blame him?
like
He's
anyone,
amazing.
like
He's
anyone who
amazing.
needs a ghost
He's amazing.
producer who is
Yeah.
very reliable in not sharing the,
Yeah.
you know, come
Right.
to me.
Right.
Come to me.
Alright.
Confidence on another level.
But
All
yeah,
right.
another. I own my own label.
You own your own level,
The
yeah.
album that I just dropped now, I released under my own label.
Which is amazing. But we're gonna that needs
Yeah,
a
I was
whole
just-
10
I was-
minutes on its own.
I was
The
just
producers are giving me hand gestures, but they're gonna have to keep it strong for a while. This is intense. All right, great. So let's just keep it moving in terms of your contribution to the game and how you eventually got to certain platforms that you got onto, during level whatever it is. After about 21 days, we saw you doing lockdown house party. We see you rubbing shoulders with your black coffees, with your more flavors, with your the couples, and obviously given the age that you're at right now, you are really, really in very prominent spaces. How does that feel like for Citizen Deep, and does that resonate more with him being a music producer, or you're just glad that you are at a point where you're actually recognized and you've overcome that introvert, shy guy who was in a shell growing up? How's the balance between you being with those guys, such prominent spaces, and you just being yourself, Citizen D?
I just realized that I'm a weird person. I like sleeping early.
What?
I like sleeping up on my 9.
Yeah.
At 9 I'm tired, bro. I want
Tap
to
out.
sleep. Or maybe
Yeah.
my bed is too comfortable. But yeah, I like sleeping at 9. So now, I think it makes business sense. I think it makes business sense. You know what?
Yeah.
If you want me out of my bed at 9,
Yeah.
invoice.
Pay
Pay me to be,
Yeah.
because now balancing, I want to be normal.
Yeah.
I want to be normal. I always wanted to be famous. Ne?
Yeah.
Then I got a piece of that. I'm like, yo,
It's too much.
I can't go to Pick and Pick up already. So
Yeah.
being around these people, yo, it's a very good feeling.
I imagine, yeah.
Because now you are that young kid who's always at home, who's always making music and plugging it to the world. You don't see how it
The
connects
effects,
to them.
right.
And then the moment you step out
What?
and you see the couple, for instance, play a song,
Yeah.
and the people react to the song, and the couple comes back, it's like, Mfana,
Yeah.
that song on your set.
Cheap.
Amazing.
Mamela yi, before he
Sure.
plays it, those kind of things, and you see the music connect with people.
Yeah.
That's a crazy moment. It's a high, on its own. Just okay,
Yeah.
that's me.
Right.
I feel that way with other producers as well, with other DJs when they do that.
Yeah.
But then now, when I leave and go back home,
Yeah.
I want to be me.
Oh,
I'd like to be me.
there's a certain level of humbleness that you can't just get rid of.
Yeah. That's
Even though you are acknowledged and loved.
first time I learned how to DJ.
Yeah.
I learned how to DJ, and the first time I was like playing for people, this guy pulls me to the side. He's like, "My man, you are talented. Be wary. There are people who are gonna come into your life for the right reasons, and there are people who are gonna come into your life.
For the wrong reasons.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Focus on those people. Focus on those people." And then time went on. Then Raps Bafuyi says to me, it's a very good friend of mine also.
Yeah.
Says to me, friendship should benefit two people.
Right.
Yes.
If you feel like
Not one way
you're not
traffic.
benefit
Yeah.
from me, leave me alone.
Right.
Pull me a game. I'll do the same if I feel like I'm not benefiting anything from you.
Yeah.
Which is why at some point, it's a podcast, I can say this shit.
Yeah.
Go for it, man.
At some point, I'd have a friend call me, Kozubambile, and a song of mine is playing. Like Miki, it's my boy, it's your boy, really?
Right.
And then Atip, Mamela Mvetu, Plomile, Sasha, for example.
Right.
Yeah.
How Sasha telling grand, hey, it's hard pitch grand mo, hey, that kind of thing. So moving away from that also,
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to be normal. And then when you have those moments, I'll give you star for 2 minutes 45 seconds.
And
Right.
be out of
You know,
it.
yeah. Let's balance this thing, because why is it that other people can have 9 to 5s and go back to their normal life, but I can't?
yeah.
Right. It seems as if you have to carry your job with you.
Hey, but you get rockstar. I can't be rockstar 24/7.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
Can't be rockstar 24/7.
Exactly.
I don't know.
All right. So tell us now. You've actually probed a very relevant question by saying that who is Citizen Deep when you're not in the midst of music and popularity and you're the couples, your black coffees.
The normal guy he keeps talking about.
Yeah,
who's
who's that guy?
who's
Who's
this
Divan?
normal guy?
Lolo can send 7 when growing up.
Okay, ne? But the question A.
No, yeah. When you go
normal
for a
guy.
beer, who you hang out with? Who's your squad when you're in Soweto? Or are you just that guy out the Kerala and read a book in the bedroom or whatever? Like, who are you when you're not doing Citizen Deep?
I like reading. I like watching the series.
Yeah.
Ratajoala.
As
sure,
per
man.
every young one.
Yeah, sure, man.
Ratajoala.
Yeah.
I'm a fun guy, hey? I'm a fun guy.
Do you have a small circle of friends or do you just do you all the time
I have a
alone?
very small circle of friends.
Yeah.
I don't think I can call those people friends.
Nah.
It's family.
Yeah.
Nah.
People who actually have.
Give
your back,
those special people a shout out, man. Give them a
Nine doing a shout out. So totally call me, but me now mentioning.
Exactly.
I can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that.
It's one of those they know who they are.
Po signs, Jimbo's.
All right, so in the midst of you doing and done everything that you have done, do you aspire to work with certain people that are not on non-disclosure agreements? Who do you aspire to work with? Be it a producer, be it a vocalist, be it someone in PR, be it someone doing music business at such a level that you feel that they match up to the quality of your music, my man. Not to mention the awesome project that you've just dropped.
Thank you.
Because we got to
Thank
talk
you.
about
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Here's a big flex, ne?
Yeah.
Everyone that I've ever told myself that I want to work with,
You've worked
Tick the
with.
box.
I have worked with.
Ah.
So now you're giving me the power to manifest something
Some
else
more.
into this
Right.
space.
Right.
So the you are about to witness. So let's see.
Yeah.
Who would I like to work with? Arboni Deep. Challenge yourself now.
Yeah. Give us 3 producers, 3 vocalists.
3 producers. Come
three.
on, man.
Hey.
No.
You don't need a producer.
No, producers.
Nah.
Producers. It has to be special,
That's
Okay.
gonna be a conversation
Like
for
like
another
it comes from
Yeah.
a special space now. We're about a special place. Like, I want to work with this person. That's because I'm always experimental with my music.
Right.
So producers are my big exciting. Oh, producers are Kanye West.
Fade.
Hey, I'm a bit if I could work
Fair
with that
enough,
guy.
fair
Yeah.
enough.
If I could
Alright.
work with that guy, that would be dope. I like to work with Kate Ranada also.
Dope.
Too late.
I love his sound.
Too late.
Too much.
Yeah.
And then, I think those are the 2 people. Kadi vocalists are headache, man.
You're satisfied.
They're headache. Yeah, no. For now, I'm good, For now, I'm good. The vocalist that I'm working with now, I think I like that because I learned something from my sister, Uperita.
Yeah.
It's not like when we work, it's not about, okay, I have a beat, let's go and work. We establish a relationship first.
Right.
So I don't think there's anyone that I'm there with, energetically. I don't
Right.
know if that's a word.
No, it is today.
Look, it is today.
Energetically.
You're
It
you're
is today.
Citizen
You know,
Deep.
I haven't,
It's late, man.
I haven't had that thing. Okay, I want to work with
That
but
genuine
2 people
connection.
who I'd like to reach out to.
Right.
Like, it's a dream. People far away from me. An experimental sound, something that has never been heard before, can come out. If it's Kanye West or Kate, nada.
You're
Yeah.
set.
My man.
My man, you've got
Let's-
all the rights and you don't even have boundaries to dream as big as you want to, my man.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Patronada and Kanye West, it is, judging from some of the music that you've blessed us with over the years, I think you're equally as deserving. All right, now the producers are going to kill us. Let's keep it moving.
The name of your most recent project,
Yeah.
Arcade,
Yeah.
a rare collection
Of
of art
Design
designed
to
to
entertain.
entertain.
Bo.
Yeah,
Bars.
that actually, that is bars.
Bars.
Do you
Bruh.
smoke weed?
That is
No.
bars.
People,
No, even if I did, I wouldn't admit. My mother's gonna watch this.
These
Like,
guys,
what?
these guys have acronyms for days.
Yeah, man, I thought Just Another Cool Kid was dope, but arcade?
Like arcade, yeah.
The thinking going into that. Let me ask.
So there's a story.
Wait, was it the music first or the name or?
What's the name first?
All right.
But now it's a longer story because was it last year?
Okay, cool.
I dropped 2 EPs the year before last.
Yeah.
Right.
I dropped 2 EPs.
Yeah.
First one is Image.
Yeah.
It's called Image. In my amazing and greatest element.
Right.
Image. That was the first EP I ever released after the Invaders of Africa era.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Sharp.
Yeah.
And that worked because it had songs like Famba Wena. You know Famba Wena?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I mean, I told you I was a fan from Gimme
Yes,
Gimme. Like
that
I was
song.
after Gimme Gimme, I was sold.
It was done.
I was sold. It was it.
So
yeah,
that was the first project.
yeah,
Nah. And then Arcade was, the idea Arcade was there.
yeah.
The acronym broken down was there.
Okay, yeah,
And then came the following EP called Energy.
yeah.
Why Energy? Because we're keeping that same energy from
Right.
the Image.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
And then now
That's
comes Arcade.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to release an album for all this time.
Yeah.
People asked me at some point, like,
And you better play this arcade on your set.
don't worry, you witness everything. You witness everything.
In the
Right,
cut.
Yeah, shut up, keep
So,
it going, yeah.
so I always, people ask me like, hey, when you were working on Arcade, I didn't work on that.
Yeah.
I achieved that sound.
Right.
It sounds, for me, it's a very personal thing.
Yeah.
You know, Arcade sounds a certain way, not because I always had it in mind that it's gonna sound like
You worked your way up there.
yes. Like the oldest song on Arcade is like 20. I did it in 2018. The song with Tiwe, you know. But then now, because it makes sense and it fits into this project. If you hear Arcade, it's dance music, but
amazing.
it's so different.
Side note, just before, side note, umil. How do I pronounce it?
Umile.
Umile.
With Nhlonipho.
Favorite song.
I love
Yeah.
that song.
Favorite
too.
song.
It's a prayer.
The prayer.
Yeah.
All right. So just if you could just summarize Arcade in it being a personal project and you know the conceptualizing process for you, you know, what would you say? Just short summary on Arcade. You know, giving birth to it and your journey towards it because it's an amazing project.
Arcade, my firstborn, Bafet.
Yeah.
So I've been influenced by music so much, and that's that taken and I put it into something that's gonna live forever.
Yeah.
My idea of dance music is so broad.
Yeah.
You can't just snap it to 122 BPM or 125 BPM. It makes me dance whether it's slow, whether it's fast. The elements that are used, whether it's tech elements, whether it's amapiano elements or Afro house elements.
It's dance music.
It's dance music. So with Arcade, it's dance across all BPMs.
I don't like the way this guy thinks. How old are you, dude? I think you're thinking better than I do.
I'm 27, man.
Dude, your way of thinking is amazing, especially when you break down music the way that you did. Sorry to interject that, so you could say something there. But ideally, I just wanted to just pass the compliment before we wrap it up, and just let you get onto the ones and twos. I've been a fan. That's what I'm gonna close. These are my closing statements. Right. You know, I've been a fan since Gimme. You know, we've seen the work that you've done. I've seen you on numerous platforms. You know, which makes me feel like we needed an hour for this interview, but
Real
it
talk.
is what it is. You know what I mean?
It does what it does.
Yeah, I've seen you on numerous platforms, you know, from your Deep in the Cities to your lockdown house parties during level 5, you know, to such prominent spaces to a point that I've lost count, you know. Then the bigger question becomes, dude, where does Citizen Deep ultimately see himself in music in general, not necessarily as a producer, like in music? Like, are you going to be a Dr. Dre sometime? Or are you going to be a Kanye West? You know, are you going to be something completely different, like Black Coffee? Something we never expected out of Africa and just wow the world at certain levels. What is the end and ultimate goal for Citizen Deep?
A goal that has always been there, that will always be there, that is not going to be, you know, determined by the number of fans I have or the number of streams I get.
Yeah.
What, like, on a serious note, where I see myself, I don't see myself anywhere. What I see my music doing is like, getting people out of their depression, making people feel happy.
It's a higher purpose.
For me, music has taken me out of that space, and I would really love it
To
for
do
my
that for
music to
someone else.
contribute like that into someone else's life.
Right.
You are really
That's what I
deep.
want. That's what I do.
You are really deep.
Yes,
Well,
Citizen
that's-
Deep. You know,
Deep, man, I'm happy, man.
but yeah,
Ah,
man,
bro.
you know,
Jaquito?
Man, look, I honestly wish we had another 2 or 3 hours. You know, you've touched on so many things that I really agree with, that resonate with me. And what you just said right now
It's amazing.
proves to me that at no point will you ever, you know, find yourself lost without knowing how to release music or whether what you're doing is the right thing or not. Like that low self-esteem
Dude.
is gone now. Like
yeah, man.
the
Look at
fact
me
that
now.
dude,
Bantwana.
yo,
Deep wingane.
hey
Deep
man,
mavitiza.
yeah sure,
Deep them girls.
again, oh man,
All right.
it just got deep, man. It just got deep.
What the hell? We need to get out of here, dog. Where the hell do people find you on your social media platform? Instagram, Twitter. If you're on May 33, give them that too. What?
Okay, guys.
You're
Okay, guys.
amazing, dog.
On my socials,
Yeah.
everywhere you search for me is it's Citizen Deep.
Yeah.
It's ITS Citizen Deep. If you can't type the ITS, search Citizen Deep.
Where the hell do we find your album while we at it, man?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Google me, baby. Kadala, on all you know, platforms you can get Arcade.
Okay.
Please,
Right.
please, let's get the
Yeah,
number.
Right,
th-
so-
check
last
out that
thing I'd like to
project.
say is that it's a very tough time for us. You know, level 4 now.
Right.
We are not gigging as much, so the least that you can do as the supporters, not just Citizen Deep, all the other artists,
for the
please,
culture.
you know, stream our music, get the numbers up there so that you know we can try to make a living. You know,
Russia.
so that's so we're so steep, you know. But thank you so much, guys.
Amazing,
Sure.
man. Just before you get out of here, my man, any shouts out to your fans? Someone who's out there like, I really want to be the next Citizen Deep. You know, I wanted to ask you if you're accessible, but some people are really not accessible. Not because of the snacks, but protecting the peace is a big priority, you know. But there's someone who out there who aspires to be the next Citizen Deep or wants to make music at the level that you are, man. Any words of encouragement for them? Because you seem like you've defeated a lot of demons, you know, from the low self-esteem to getting to where you are. You know, someone needs to hear what you have to say so that they can get inspired by it. Just before you get out of here, give us that.
Okay. Put in your 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
You know, master your skill. Do not practice until you get it right. Practice until you can't get it wrong. Bars.
Oh,
But yeah, you know,
Where are the fireworks? Damn it! Someone cue some
but
fireworks.
that's it, guys. You know, put in. Never stop filling in your cup.
Yeah.
Never stop filling in your cup because at some point when you have made it and you're up there, you need to pour out of your cup and you know empower
someone else,
the young. You know, contribute to the culture. But for now, as a young artist out there, I believe I'm still a young artist.
keep
out
filling
there.
your cup. Man.
Fill your cup. Put in your 10,000 hours. Master your skill. That's it.
It's crucial, man.
Yeah.
It's
Jaquito,
crucial.
Just before we get out of here, closing statements, closing words.
Ah, bro, look, thank you so much for the hangout. I can't wait to hear your set.
Yeah.
I imagine it's gonna be fire as hell.
Yo,
You better play those exclusives.
Seriously,
as well as
man.
the arcade.
the set has to match this energy. So
Right,
we gonna do
right,
that, we
bro.
gonna do
Thank you
that.
so much for hanging out.
Thank you so
It
much,
was
gents, for having
yo,
me.
what a dope chat.
All right, man. So for those of you guys that are tuning in at home, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel.
Yes, sure.
For us to keep bringing the fire, keep the numbers coming. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Over here is Fat Cats Music. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the page. It's at uug.podcast. That's on Instagram. Otherwise, at Regalo Joints, everywhere on my social media platforms. Jaquito, where do people find you?
At Jack_5'4". That's Instagram and Twitter. 5'4". That's my height, brother.
I didn't want to get into that.
Yeah, that's why it's there, and it's dope because it rhymes. Born at Jack_5'4".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
On Twitter and Instagram, and then on Facebook, Just Another Cool Kid. Like the page. That's where you can catch me.
All right, man. And one more big shout out to the Brian Maestro for hooking us up with a dope venue.
So dope.
setup.
Dope
make
space,
sure,
dope
make
space.
sure that you guys follow and adhere to the lockdown regulations. Keep it locked, man. The Universal Underground. It is what it is.
uzitshela ukuthi angazi uthi ufuna umngani wami uzitshela ukuthi angazi uthi ufuna umngani wami imali yale mbali ngiboleke kumngani wami ukuthi uthole njani eBafetnam angazi sengibone sethenjo usipho say I'm through kanti yena ufuna usipho yena ufuna usipho 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 impela le ndaba ngizoyixoxela amagwababa moya wami uphukile senginamaganyana ngoba phela nginalutho uzitshela ukuthi angazi uthi ufuna umngani wami uzitshela ukuthi angazi uthi ufuna umngani wami imali yale mbali ngiboleke kumngani wami ukuthi uthole njani eBafetnam angazi sengibone sethenjo usipho say I'm through imali yale mbali ngiboleke kumngani wami ukuthi uthole njani eBafetnam angazi sengibone sethenjo usipho say I'm through kanti yena ufuna usipho yena ufuna usipho 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 akafuni mina ufuna umsaybo yena mdala ufuna usipho akafuni mina ufuna umsaybo imali yale mbali ngiboleke kumngani wami ukuthi uthole njani eBafetnam angazi sengibone sethenjo usipho say I'm through
Uzungakhohlwe lapho uphuma khona uyele ekhaya 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 Uzungakhohlwe lapho uphuma
Abiro tita manango. Abiro tita manango. Abiro tita manango. Abiro tita manango. Polokora biro, aringo katalich katalach, aringo katalich katalach. Umanyana ngono, utimana ngono, uwachana ngono, udwaro na ngono, uwachana ngono, utimana ngono, uwachana ngono, utimana ngono.
you do it right. Oh, I. Don't keep me waiting for you. Itrashala mi somu. Oh, I. Don't keep me waiting on you. Difuna wena somu. Oh, I. Don't keep me waiting for you. Itrashala mi somu. Oh, I. Don't keep me waiting on you. Difuna wena somu. Hold tight. What you do it right. Angeke ngikubheke emehlweni, angikutshela manga. Inhliziyo yakho angeke ngikwazi ukuyiphatha kahle. Hey now, akhontera ngongawe. No. Hey now, akhontera ngongawe. No. I'm bad at love, I'm so bad at love. But you could take a chance on me. I'm bad at love, I'm so bad at love. But you could take a chance on me. I'm bad at love.
Sundidlalele ingoma emnandi mandisuke ndisuke ngomdanso bathi bathi
She's someone, sympathy,